Welcome to the China Daily Talks meeting room. In the last few months, there has been a lot of talk about the Metaverse.
Finally, let's talk about the Metaverse.
And you're going to be able to do almost anything you can imagine. Get together with friends and family, work, learn, play, shop.
When I grew up, it was like, don't sit too close to TV, it's going to ruin your eyesight. Right. And now I got like TV is like literally right here.
Although many people know of it, few know what it is.
I don't know that much about the Metaverse.
So, I set out on a quest to find out what it is now and what it is promised to be in the future. Over 6 weeks, I met with people in Hong Kong working on Metaverse projects. Got myself a headset, set up a gallery in the Metaverse, and then finally, immersed myself for 24 hours to really understand what it is all about. Here is my journey. As I want to experience the Metaverse for 24 hours in a safe way, I packed my bags and locked myself in an Airbnb accommodation on Lemma Island. I've set a few rules. The headset can't come off when eating and going to the bathroom. I will also try to sleep with the headset on. It's almost 1 p.m. now, and I'm going to start my 24-hour Metaverse challenge. Define play area. Okay, confirm. Everything is ready now, so let's start. If you don't have a game buddy like me, no worries. You could meet new friends in the Rec Rooms, a Metaverse platform where you can play games and chat with people.
Yo, David, how was your day, bro? Why are you on so early in the morning?
Hello.
Oh, yo, PC, you look so cute, bro.
Oh, thank you. You are so handsome. Yeah, give me 5.
Okay, let's go.
Anyways, I don't see my mommy.
People don't have to wear masks in the Metaverse.
I'm right behind you, bro. Turn your ghost off.
People are nice, but the only awkward thing is people don't have legs in the Metaverse. Before I start my 24-hour Metaverse challenge, I took the time to talk to experts and people in the know so I could have a better grasp of the fundamentals of this much talked about virtual reality simulation. To kick things off, I sat down with Jason Mock, CEO and founder of a Metaverse platform.
No, I haven't.
I don't know that much about the Metaverse.
Hello Jason, it seems like no one had ever heard about the Metaverse. Could you tell us more about what it is?
Metaverse is a collaboration and a merger between physical and digital world by using different technologies and programs. It is a living world exists in parallel and concurrent with physical one. It is a virtual space where people can work, pay, shop, socialize, and doing things humans like to do in a real life. We don't expect a moment of off mode because it is in a persistent state. And it is a fast-growing industry because it is of these balanced natures.
And what else can we do in the Metaverse?
Fun and serious things. Fun things like games, avatar creation, socializing, shopping, and traveling. And serious things like skill training in the field, business meeting. Whatever we do in the virtual world can be done in the Metaverse.
I think this account is worth like, I don't know, $60. Yeah. Nobody wants to read that.
If you put it that way, back to
My eyes hurting and my head feels so pained. Just before starting on this challenge, I talked to Dr. Liu, a specialist psychiatrist who has gained an interest in the Metaverse.
From right to left, this is old style Chinese.
Dr. Liu is currently a specialist psychiatrist with over 20 years of experience. He serves as Honorary Clinical Associate Professor at Li Ka-shing Faculty of Medicine, the University of Hong Kong. His previous posts include Quality and Safety Director of the Hospital Authority. Hello， 廖醫生你好，想問下咧，如果長時間喺呢個元宇宙入邊生活，對我哋人類會唔會有啲咩影響呢？
我哋未有好多嘅經驗數據，但係喺過去好多研究就係一啲網上長時間使用，包括係打機啊、互聯網使用，我哋要留意就係可能會犧牲咗其他嘅正常嘅時間，包括工作、休息或者係甚至戶外活動啊、社交生活。可能因為我哋太過長時間逗留喺一個網上嘅世界，譬如 Metaverse， 可能會我哋會個生活節奏失咗嗰個平衡，咁呢啲要留意啦。
How do you feel?
It feels pretty fun. It's nice to play.
我哋好擔心就係對眼睛嗰個影響啦，長時間係嗰個聚焦或者眼睛太過長時間使用電子產品都會有一個傷害嘅。第二就可能係對我哋個腦部，我哋雖然唔係好確定係嗰個長遠嘅影響，但係都好多專家擔心就係嗰個強力嘅電磁波太過貼近我哋個腦部，我哋擔心就係好多小朋友、大人玩到好夜，睡眠不足，我哋講緊sleep deprivation， 瞓覺唔夠嘅，可能會影響日間嗰個工作啊、身體啊、心理嘅健康等等。
我嚟緊可能要挑戰喺呢個元宇宙入邊生活24小時，咁你會有啲咩建議或者有啲咩方法可以令我舒緩呢啲唔舒服嘅症狀？
我相信 Brandon 你如果24小時係一日呢，我哋都唔係太過擔心。但係我哋講緊好多時，無論係手機啊、電腦、電子產品都係長時間，可能係一個生活模式，我哋就要好小心，就係通常係要使用一段時間就要休息。可能去起身行下，隻眼睛休息下，望下啲遠嘢，甚至做少少一啲輕量嘅運動，希望可以去平衡翻我哋身體嗰個嘅健康嘅需要。另外我哋講緊，如果長時間去做一個活動，但係我哋忽略咗其他嘅生活層面，可能容易啲會沉悶啊，可能會太重複嘅行為，都會容易形成一個抑鬱啊、情緒低落咁嘅狀態。其實用手機、電腦或者係戴住一個 VR 嘅頭盔，長時間都可能會眼睛會唔舒服，可能條頸承受一個重量，或者係低頭族咁樣都會有唔舒服，或者係可能會有一個心理嘅沉溺，就係變咗我要離開、停止呢個行為，可能會有啲不安啊、唔舒服啊，或者好想繼續去玩耐啲啊，去重複呢個行為。咁我哋講緊有啲叫做心理成癮嚇，或者係一啲行為沉溺。
I think I need a break. It's dinner time and I'm going to cook some food for myself. Even though I'm living in the Metaverse, I still have to fulfill my basic needs. However, the black and white images make the food unappealing. Nice. Starts with games like Touch the Beat, as most people like playing games in the Metaverse with a VR headset on. However, playing games by myself is boring, so I invited my gaming buddy Warren, who is a VR game developer from Polytechnic University, to play games with me, and he will talk about his thoughts on Metaverse gaming.
I think the game and NFT is the core, is the basement of the Metaverse. Because if you want to touch, if you want to walk, the gaming script tell you how to walk in this world. And if you want to see, the graphics rendering tell you how to see the things in the world. Except trading, everything in the Metaverse need to be guided by the game.
There are some big technology companies, for example, Microsoft and Meta, investing to the Metaverse market now, but they aim differently. Aims in social activities, and Microsoft aims more in the gaming. So what's your thoughts about it?
Two companies choose two different routes. They might be forced to choose that because you see, we know Microsoft, it has the Xbox, right? It has many first-party and third-party game studios, so they have abundant experience on it. Of course, the investor of the Microsoft willing to hope Microsoft pay more on the gaming. So same as the Meta. The Meta is the Facebook. So Facebook has many user bases. It will use the advantage on it, and trying to be better in the future Metaverse time.
Let's see if we can do a handshake.
Can we do? I think.
Oh,
we can.
really?
We can.
I feel trapped inside the metaverse. I start forgetting how the real world looks like. Luckily, I have a chance to chat with King San inside the metaverse architect he built recently, which refreshes my memories. King San is a Hong Kong-based YouTube creator. He mainly uploads gameplay videos like The Sims and City Skylines, and I know he has recently built a 唐樓 in the metaverse.
呢個身後面嘅建築物係 base on 廟街嗰一帶嘅唐樓同埋廟街嗰個嘅地方而去起嘅一棟建築。咁呢棟建築入邊主要係配合咗一啲 cyber 又配合咗啲比較現代啲嘅，即係香港平時好常見嗰種唐樓嘅設計而建成嘅。咁入邊仲係會可以行下市集咁樣啊，入邊有啲年宵嘅賣咁樣，同埋天台係會有啲舞台可以睇下 show 咁樣。我平時都係好中意留意香港啲街道，同埋我好中意就係將一啲現實嘅嘢放翻入去虛擬世界入邊。咁我覺得即係還原嘅呢個過程係好治愈嘅。即係我起呢啲香港嘢，其實我自己想帶出嘅信息又係因為元宇宙呢個平台係好國際咁，所以同埋係好簡單就可以入到嚟啦。咁所以其實依家都好多唔同嘅議題，成日會講移民啊。其實啲人如果移民之後有機會喺唔同嘅地方，就算唔喺香港啦，喺香港以外嘅地方去睇翻呢棟建築嘅時候，即係都可以有啲懷緬嘅感覺，同埋都係我覺得元宇宙係一個好國際化嘅平台嘅。咁如果起喺元宇宙嘅話，其實都係當係另類嘅香港嘅文化輸出咁樣。如果喺遊戲角度嚟講，我覺得元宇宙嘅遊戲多數都係好似啲社交嘅遊戲咁樣。咁但係如果用投資嘅角度嚟講，我就覺得元宇宙嘅商機係處處嘅，因為你整嘅任何作品啊，即係譬如我自己私底下拍片整嘅一啲遊戲作品啊，又或者起咗一啲嘅建築物啊，原來喺元宇宙嘅地方係可以賣嘅，仲可以拎到啲加密貨幣嘅。咁變相投資嘅角度嚟講係機遇處處嘅，對於創作人嚟講。
I usually like watching videos on YouTube on my phone before going to bed, but this time using VR headset gives me a different experience. The National Geographic is one of my favorite channels. I don't have to visit the zoo to see animals with my own two eyes.
Giraffe are disappearing everywhere they exist, but not here in the Okavango Delta.
The experience you're about to have is designed to help you be mindfully aware in the present moment. Connect with your breath, slowly breathing in and out.
If you want to sleep well, I recommend Trip, a meditation app. It is really relaxing and peaceful, which makes me forget I'm sleeping in a room.
Look into the light when you're ready to move on.
This morning, I'm going to a school in the Metaverse to have lessons with Mr. Mock, who we have met in the studio before.
We are going to have a tour to our school, and here is our school. And let's watch inside the school and go to the classroom.
Oh, I'm so glad to be back to school.
I created a Metaverse called MetaEDU. It is a Metaverse VR learning platform for learning STEM, game coding, and co-conducting experiments. It's about 3D and VR lessons that require reality and interactive, which are not covered by static 2D course. Teachers can create lessons using simple editors without programming and 3D modeling skills.
After having a wonderful back-to-school experience, I'm going to have a meeting with my boss in the Metaverse gallery that I have built. Since this 24-hour challenge falls on my workday, I will let you in on my conversation with DJ Clark, who asked me to build a gallery to showcase his panoramic photographs from his book, Hong Kong 180. DJ, let's do the interview right here.
You got a mask on.
Oh, yes. So this is the final results of the online photo gallery. What do you think about it?
It looks fantastic, Brandon. You've done an amazing job.
Yeah, thank you.
So show me around.
Yeah, let me show you around. There is two main gallery here.
Yeah.
And I've put all the panoramas, photos you have taken.
Yeah, these look fantastic. I love the sky as well. And then you've managed to put the other pictures in other places, right?
Yeah, because there's a limited space. So here is a social area. People can have a chat and have a drink right here.
Right, and you managed to kind of hang these pictures on the walls pretty well anywhere you want to, I imagine.
So I think this is the advantage of building a gallery in the Metaverse. There's no any restrictions.
Yeah.
And I can put the pictures anywhere I like.
And how long did it take you to do this, to put this together?
It just took me 1 day to set up the gallery and 1 more day to do a final check and do some decoration.
And people can see this on the headsets like we're doing now, which is really the best way to see it by far. But they can also see it on computers and tablets and even mobile phones, right?
Yes, on each photos there is an NFT link, and people can visit the link through their desktop browser.
Right.
This is the auditorium of the gallery. The audience, besides can see the photos, they can also sit down and enjoy our video. Why I like this place because it feels like I'm watching a movie in the cinema.
Right. And you can have what about 50 people in here, so you could have a screening of something or do something like that. Very good.
Yeah, thank you, DJ. It's almost 1 p.m. now, which means my Metaverse experience is about to end. Over the course of our research, we have had the opportunity to hear people's views on the Metaverse and how they see it benefiting us in the future.
醫學上其實都好多應用係一啲先進啲嘅外科手術嘅科技啦，同埋醫學嘅教育上面啦，可能係喺遠距離可以訓練啲醫護人員啦、醫科學生咁啦，展望將來可以幫到更加多嘅人。
Metaverse might guide the game. I think the game industry will be more and more unique in the future. We can realize an astonishing game with the low cost.
Meta 佢自己都有出一啲 VR 嘅設備啦，我覺得佢哋可以點樣將佢哋啲 VR 嘅設計更加普及化，又或者易用啊。最緊要嘅一樣嘢就係將佢哋嘅設備嘅成本更加降低，然後好多人都可以好輕易買到 VR 設備嘅時候，咪可以更加多人可以投入到去個 VR 元宇宙世界咯。
There are many ways Metaverse will affect our lives, like business, workplace, communication, education, entertainment, game, travel, and even real estate industry. I think this is time for everyone to get on board and give it a go, whether you enjoy it or not.
What a memorable experience this has been. I cannot believe that I spent 24 hours in the Metaverse. Although the headset is small and it really hurts my eyes and head. Metaverse technology is still in its infancy stage, but I can't deny that it can change our lives as we know it. It connects people no matter where they live, saves traveling time, allows us to experience things we could not in reality, and to create the impossible. How the Metaverse will impact our daily lives is anyone's guess right now. I'm Brandon. See you in the Metaverse.